You didn't listen to them. Then you lose an election. Then you decide to create this, because it's not just about we've given you appointment letters. Ability to pay. You've created this economic mess. We are discussing all these arrears, huge arrears. How are we going to pay these people? If you look at what they did in the security services, immigration, thousands of people. Meanwhile, the Honorable Osafo Mafu, if you go back to, history, recent history, he was very clear as senior minister during the transition that they would not accept the previous government attempting to employ anybody after the elections. Because you see, how is the new government going to pay for these, jobs, thousands of jobs that you've created? So let's be clear. President Mahama is not sacking everybody employed under the last administration. That's not what is happening. There's been a lot of deliberate distortion propaganda. If you were employed before the transition, before the elections, you are fine. In my ministry, I have painstakingly gone through the records. I've seen that they obtained financial clearance in July from the finance ministry. And within the budget, there was an allocation that year they will employ people, even though they exceeded. What was in the budget was that they will employ just about 40. But they got financial clearance from finance to employ 100. I've done my due diligence. It happened truly in July. It was not backdated. And the process took time. I've checked with the head of civil service, even though some of them got the appointment letters in November, in December. At least the process has started. So at the foreign ministry, I have explained to the president that what we have seen, I like to be fair to people, what we have seen, the process started much earlier. So not a single person at the foreign ministry is being dismissed. Other colleagues have done the assessment where it is clear that the process started much earlier. There is financial clearance. There was provision in the budget for these recruitments to be done. People are not being fired. But it is, the malicious recruitments after elections. That is the contentious matter. And every government will be concerned about that. So I think that what we must learn from this is that when we are in power and there is space we know we can employ, let's employ people. Let's not keep them at home unemployed. Then you lose an election and then you want to create fiscal burdens for your opponents.
I want to say a big thank you to you. Samuel Kudja to Ablakwa.